Welcome to the workshop, boxing workshop. My name is Milad. It's my colleague Luke. Thank you for joining us. And I will explain you a bit of what the boxing course will be, and Luke will tell a bit of the other fight sports like MMA, boxing, MMA, kickboxing, and grappling. So with boxing, it's important that you don't have to worry about, hey, am I experienced enough or am I not good? You can always ask questions, and we have two classes. We have A group, B group. A group is for the beginners. We do a lot of basics, so you will have exercises where we just focus on one certain or 2-3 punches, so you really learn the exercise instead of like, hey, do 10 different exercises, and in the end you don't really know how the exercises would be correctly. And then even for people that like want to improve their basics, basic knowledge or basic skills of boxing, they can also join the beginners group, A group. And then we have B group. There's also more advanced people. There are also a bit that just went from the A to the B. So we have a variation of skills there. So you don't have to worry about that. Even there, we always look at each other. Hey, are you more experienced or not? And you can learn from each other. And that's it for mainly the boxing. And we'll tell about the fight.
Thank you. So in addition to boxing, the Sports Center has a lot of different martial arts on offer, including the more traditional ones like judo, jiu-jitsu, karate, but also more contemporary ones like boxing, kickboxing, MMA, and grappling. In kickboxing, quite obviously, you're allowed to use your legs, so you're allowed to kick, knee, elbow, and MMA, you're also allowed to take each other down, continue on the ground, chokes, arm locks, everything's included. Similar to boxing, even if you don't have any experience, you're still welcome to join, and you can still build it up from the basics. So even if you don't know anything and you just want to get a taste, feel free to join. And above all, try out a variety of sports, see what you like best.
Thank you, Luke. Let's start. Small warming up. We start with the jumping jacks. Let's go. And we go knee up, straight punches. Keep it easy, doesn't matter the technique, just do your thing now. The main thing is that we get warmed up. And we go back to jumping jacks. And there we go, knees up, straight punches. And jumping jacks again. Last one for the jumping jacks. And knees up, straight punches, come on. You can do it slower, you can go fast. You can make it as difficult as you want. And rest. So that's the main thing I also want to bring to you guys. You can make it as difficult or as easy as you want, depending on your preferences or ability or skill. So make sure that if you want to get tired, do exercises much faster, or once you get the technique, do it fast. So what we will do now, I will do the movements, which in boxing, kickboxing, MMA, it's not just about the punches or the kicks, it's also about the feet work. How do you move? What angle do you create for your punches or kicks? So what I will do, I will go step forward and step backwards, and you guys follow. And what's important, the basics, the stance of boxing for the feet work is, if you're right-handed, left feet in the front, right feet in the back, and when we go forward, we step with the front feet, and we bring the right feet back in the beginning position. Same goes when we go backwards. First back feet, you step, and then front feet you bring back in your starting position. So let's start slow. Front, back, go. Front, back, front, back, back, and now we can speed it up. Back. And you can vary it by stepping like this, making the person think, hey, you're going to the front, but you step backwards. Same goes for, hey, backwards, no, front. So, follow, you see in between. Alright, we do the same thing sideways. Also, when I go to the left, in your cases, you will go to the right. And if I go to the right, you go in the left because of the camera. But in this case, we go to the left. First step with my left feet, right feet. I bring back in the starting position. So the main thing always is, you always end up in your starting position. And I don't want to see anybody do this because in any fighting sport, you don't have balance and it's not good to be in that position. So you step sideways, step back, and when you go to the right, you guys left hip, right first, left feet, you bring back in a starting position. So let's go, 2 steps, side. So again, when I go to the left, you guys go to the right. When I go to the right, you go to the left. Step, step. You see the distance between my feet, always positioned to make sure I have my balance. And if you have your hands in front of your chin, it's good. It's not necessary. I want to make sure you guys focus on the legs. So if you want to put it here, it doesn't matter. But you like the boxing part and you want to have it here, then it's good. And now we go fast. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Also here, you can do as if we go to the right, we go to the left. So for yourself, move. Alright, so make sure that you know with fighting it's not just hitting, punching, kicking, but also the moving, which direction. Now we did only in one line, sideways, vertical, and on, but you also have steps. But that's something you can experience in the work, the training itself, the course itself. So now what we do, we focus on the punches. We start with a straight punch, and we make sure that the important thing is, if I punch straight like this, stand where you stand, and then I won't hit Luuk. If I use my shoulders, my hips, you see, I get much further than if I do this. I will never hit him. Or if I do this, I'm pushing him or hitting him, but I'm not in control. So it's important that you stay in one line and then use your hips, shoulders to make the reach. Yes, boom. And when he does the same thing, bam. And if he doesn't do it, he won't hit me. Even though he's very tall, he might be more luckier in that case, but anyways, you have to make sure there's also much more power into it. One more time. Did you do it? And if I don't do it, I won't hit him. So let's start with just the jab. We do it hip. Elbows tucked inside, as you have seen. One line back. You start vertical and horizontal. Up. Let's go. Up. 10 seconds. You can do it slow and go faster. Up. Up. And we do the same thing. With cross, up. Elbows tucked inside, one line and back. Up. It's possible, use your hips, shoulders. If it's not working out, no worries. You can learn it once you do the course. Up. Let's go. Now we use both hands, left, right. What's mainly important also with the uppercuts with hooks, that when Luuk gives the left punch, left jab, the jab, he has his right, in this case, he stand here, he has his right next to his chin, that when he gets hit here, and in this case here, his chin is stuck inside this, in front of his shoulders, and in this case his hand. Because if he would have done this, boom, he would have get the hit. So when you do it, make sure, also with hooks, when you would give a hook, would look the same, make sure one hand is there, and also when he changes the hands, boom. So it's not just with one punch, but if you give one punch and you want to change to the other one, you make sure you make sure the other hand goes to your other chin. So make sure you switch between the punches. Yes, and then let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. You can do it slower, you can go faster when it's easier, and rest. So one more time, and we do it fast, a bit faster, so you get a bit of workout out of it. Okay, let's go. Jab. And we go to the straight, to the cross punch. Come on. And you use both hands. Come on. Make sure you take your hands back to your chin, elbows tucked inside, one line, and rest. Good. So uppercut. What's important with uppercuts? We make sure 90 degrees you punch in one line. In this case, when I do it or Luke does it, and then he takes it back to his chin. So when he gives the uppercut, it doesn't go back here. When he hits it, or in this case, on my hands, takes it back. Same goes to the right. And you see, when he also gives the right, still the left is in front of the chin. So what we'll do is slowly do the punches couple times. Uppercut left, couple times right, and we use both of them, but we won't do it like the jab. Don't have the time for it, unfortunately. So short, come. 4, 3, 2, 1, change. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, change both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We do the same thing with hooks, so you have an idea how it looks. Elbows same height as your shoulder. You hit the front of your partner, and then you take it back. Same goes with the right, and then you take it back. And if you use both, you make sure when one hand's punching, the other one is protecting you. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we use both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so what's important with boxing also, we have the slips. So you don't need to protect yourself at all time, you can also slip, avoid punches. So it's not always, I have to protect myself by making sure the punches will be punched against my hands, but you can just avoid it as well. So when Luke is taller, so I have to go a bit more inside. When I punch to his face, he slips. He goes a bit to the side, and he still is looking at me. So he's not looking at the ground, because at all times you want to make sure you know who's in front of you or what he's doing or whatever. So same goes with the right. Oh. Like slip, slip, slip. And if I use both hands, hands in front of the chest, we do it slowly, step by step a bit. Step for yourself and make sure to keep looking straight. Alright. And then we have lastly the hooks. We'll do it very fast. So I'm giving Luke a hook, and then he goes down, ducks, and then goes back in his boxing position. Alright, we will do the same thing. Alright, thank you guys.